Back in the 1960s, Crayford, a coachwork company who are known for converting popular cars of the day, were approached by Heinz Soup to collaborate in a competition where you could win a rare converted version of the Wolseley Hornet. Heinz Foods bought 57 Hornets and asked Crayford to convert them and paint them some in birch grey and some in toga white. For the competition, you had to collect soup labels. One of the questions was, which Heinz soup would you take on a picnic? Then you had to tick a box which colour car you would like if you were to win. Today we meet Terry Snow, who owns one of the winning cars, and explains how he came about purchasing it. So Terry, it's fair to say this is a pretty rare car, isn't it?
It is. It's a Heinz 57, only 57 ever made, half in birch grey and half in toga white.
Yeah, and they all had this designated numbers and letters on the registration, because this one being number what?
This is number 53.
So you had 53, 54, 55,
correct, and
right up to 57.
And they all went up in order like that, but with the same letters at the beginning.
So this one's towards the end of the production,
It would be, yeah, this is towards the end of the line, yes.
So not only did you get a fantastic convertible car, you also got some other treats. Now, what were they?
Well, it came with a Max Factor makeup drawer, which the ladies love. A pull-out radio where you can go and have a picnic and still listen to the your favourite music. Yeah. It had a picnic hamper. Yeah. A blanket and an electric kettle to boil your water in the boot of the car.
Brilliant.
That's where the connection is.
So have you still got the socket to do that or not?
No, unfortunately I haven't put the socket on there because I'm too frightened to power the kettle up in case we have an explosion. You never know.
But it's fantastic, you've still got all of this stuff, which is amazing, because some of the owners don't have all of this stuff, and you've got all these original bits that came with the car.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky in that regard, because the lady kept all the paraphernalia, if you want to call it, with the car when she won the car.
Now that's what I want to talk about next, the lady. Who was the owner, the original lady that owned it?
The lady was Mrs. Winfoot, and she lived in Southampton.
Right.
At the time of winning the car, in March of '66, she couldn't even drive.
Right.
So she took lessons in this car.
So this is the car she passed the test in?
She took lessons in this car, she passed the test in this car, and she had the car until she passed in 1997.
Wow, that's amazing. And you've also got the other documentation, haven't you? You've got, for example, the letter, haven't you, of when she...
I've got the letter from Heinz Foods to say that she has won one of the competition Heinz 57 cars.
Brilliant.
And she's also got a letter from the local dealership, BMC, of when the time and the date when she's going to pick up the car.
So you've also got the original coupon, haven't you? That you had to fill in on the soup tin.
I have. I got the coupon that you had to fill into Heinz Foods to win the car. Yes, and post off. Yes.
That's fantastic. So you've really got not just the car, but you've got all this fantastic memorabilia that goes with it, which is brilliant.
I'm lucky in that regard. Yeah, very lucky.
'Cause you're everything.
It's fair to say, isn't it, that it was mainly women that won these cars, wasn't it?
It was. There was only one male that won these cars, and unfortunately he was underage at the time, so his father made him sell it, which is quite unfortunate.
He is unfortunate. I bet his dad was gutted afterwards though, wasn't he?
Probably would be now.
Interesting thing about this car is that with the contract they had, it enabled them to buy their own factory, didn't it?
They've got the funds to build their premises.
Yeah.
Without that contract, they would probably never have happened.
So, do you own a Wolseley Hornet or a Riley Elf? Do you own one of these prize Hornets? If you do, please get in touch. And are you out there somewhere, David Halliwell, the boy that had to sell the car because he was too young to drive it? If you're there, get in touch, David. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave your messages in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe, because beans means cars. See what I did there? So Terry, where did you get the car from?
I got the car from Silverstone Auctions in July 2014.
Okay, yeah.
I won the car there. Never been to auction before in my life.
Yeah.
I never bid on anything before in my life.
Right, okay.
And my wife and I went there in the July, and we won the car.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So what condition was it in when you picked it up?
It was in good condition. It was
Right.
drivable. Everything worked on it. There was nothing wrong with it. It drove home fine. But I took off a few things to clean and do, and then in the end I stripped the car and I totally restored it.
Oh.
It didn't need restoring, but I just wanted it correct.
Does that include the interior here? Because it all looks lovely. The seats are these original?
Obviously I've had new carpets, but the seats are original, but the seats have been recovered. I had a complete respray on it. But apart from that, I had it re-chromed, but all the actual parts of the car are original, except the two front wings that had to be replaced. Heinz Food wanted to convert a Mini, but Crayford have already converted a Mini.
Yeah.
So in the end, they decided on Wolseley Hornet, which they haven't converted.
Yeah.
So it was unique to that car.
Yeah, and 57, of course.
57 only ever built. 57, yeah, you couldn't have 58 or 59. 57, and that was the end of the contract.
And you own one.
Fortunately, thank you. Yeah, I do. Thank you very much. I do.
This is a great piece of motoring history. But stay with Down at the Barns. Don't go anywhere, because this video is all about the Mark I Lotus Cortina with something hidden in the boot. Or maybe Gary Costello's video all about his Volkswagen Beetle. And don't forget to subscribe and become part of our classic car community.